crossed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, hopefully.
we'll
How
see.
you doing?
I'm good, man. What about you?
I'm good. Did you see the episode with the Israeli man?
I did not.
Oh,
I did
well,
not.
that was a really good one. You should have seen that one.
I should have.
He answers all your questions.
Oh, does he? How so?
He answers about the Talmud. He answers about Netanyahu. He answered every single question that every single person had about.
Oh yeah. How about you give me a quick recap about his answers, especially
Uh,
the Talmud? Let's see.
it was 3 hours long. Well, what do you think the Talmud is? You have your Talmuds. Why don't you show the audience your Talmud so you can expose you're Jewish?
Oh, I'm Jewish.
Not only are you Jewish, you're less than 8% of the Jewish population because you follow the Talmud. So you
No,
have to be in
I
that
don't
small
follow the
sector.
Talmud. The Talmud is the rabbinic teachings over the course of 2,000 years on how to interpret their Torah. That's all it
It's not
is.
about teachings and it's not about interpreting the Torah.
That's exactly what it is. It's
It's not
interpretations
teachings
of
at
the.
all. It's not scripture.
It's a scripture debate. Absolutely, that's what it
It's
is.
a debate. It's a conversation of debate and conversations and ideas.
On
But
how
it's
to
nothing.
interpret,
It's not a
or is
book
it how
about
to
how to
apply the
live
Torah
by.
in.
Scripture is supposed to be a book about how to live by, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's
No, it's
interpreting the
not.
Torah and how to
It's
apply
a
it to your
debate
life.
between two rabbis. They have different conversations. They have different stuff.
What's the point? What's the point? What are they trying to debate?
Well, they're just
What
debating what the Torah means, their interpretation. You're right on that part. It was their personal interpretation of the Torah, but most Jews don't
and
follow
how
it.
to and how to and how to what and how apply the Torah to their life. It's how you take the laws of the Torah, and then the Talmud teaches you how to apply them to your life. It's that
Well,
simple.
no, the Talmud doesn't teach you how to apply them to your life.
Yeah, that's like the whole
It
point of it.
debates them. You debate different stuff about Judaism. And don't forget there's another book. What's the other book? Not the Torah, not the Talmud. What's the
Are you
third
talking about
book?
the Mishnah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's far
Oh,
more.
did you think you were going to catch me up on that?
Huh?
Did you think you were going to catch me up on that? I didn't
No,
know
but
that
that's
there was
far
another.
more common
Is that
than the
what you were
Talmud.
doing there?
So what's your issue with Israel? Is your issue with Israel the Judaism, or is it the country, or is it everything all around?
It's that we got dragged into an
Well, we didn't
unnecessary
get
war.
dragged into this war. We've been doing it for 47 years.
No, we went to war this year.
Then did we go to
We
war
were at
last
peace,
year? The
and
war
then now we
before?
were not
Did
at
we go
peace.
Did we go to war last year? The war before then, or before then? What
No,
happened? I thought the Democrats said that we were at war since the 12-day war of last year. I mean, which one is it?
yeah, that was like a little campaign that was a catalyst for this one.
So you could say that this is a little campaign for World War III.
So you think we're going into World War III?
Not with Iran.
That's your prediction? We're heading to World War
No, that's
III?
not my prediction. We're not going to have World War III. If we
Well, that's
did
what
have
you
World
just
War
said, is
III,
it
I
not?
know you guys and the Democrats would be crying and whining. Why we should just either we should serve our country or hide in a bunker if they're bombing shit. Do whatever you
That's the
want to
thing. They're
do,
not
but
going to
don't
bomb
sit there
us
and
because they
fucking
can't
bitch and
reach
complain. Oh,
us.
it's World War III. We're all gonna die.
No, I don't think we're all going to die,
If it
but
was
this is
World War
pointless.
III, all you gotta do is survive about 4 to 5 years. Can you not survive 4 to 5 years?
We're going to be fine because we can't be reached by Iran. Like, their missiles can't hit us. That's why it was pointless to be over there to begin with.
The reason we went over there is because they literally said we're gonna buy ballistic missiles from Russia or China and we're gonna hit the United States.
That is not why we're there.
It wasn't
at
even
all.
because of the nukes. They threatened to use nukes on us multiple times.
Their nukes can't reach us. They don't have the capacity to
Because
reach
they need the
us.
ballistic missiles that China and Russia have. That's why.
Did they have them? No,
They were
they
getting
didn't
their
have
hands
them.
on them.
No, they didn't.
Does Barack Obama and Joe Biden handing them billions of dollars help them build an arsenal against America and fund terrorism through the Middle East?
Obama actually convinced them not to build nuclear. That's like
They
the whole
did
point
it
of.
anyway. They violated all the fucking rules, every single rule. We can break down a list right now. We can break down every single rule Barack Obama gave them. They
Yep.
violated it and broke every single rule
And
Barack
how do we know
Obama
that they
gave them.
violated it?
Huh?
How do we know? How do we know they
Because we
violated
can
it?
see it with our own eyes. How do we know anything? How do we know the sky is blue?
Whose eyes was it though? Like, can you tell me who saw it and said they were breaking the rules?
We can literally see it when a fucking bomb blows up in another country. They weren't supposed to fucking show any aggression
They
to any
haven't
other
nuked
country.
anyone. Are you
Huh?
serious? What nuke have they made?
They haven't nuked anyone. They just shoot missiles all over
Yeah,
the
because
Middle
they don't
East.
have nukes. They never had nukes.
And now
They're
they're getting
always 10 years
violated. They
away,
want to
and 10
violate
years
our
never came.
treaty. Now they're going to get fucking violated. So you don't think it was good
How did
that
they
Trump got
violate
rid
it?
of Obama's treaty that said that we have to give them a bunch of money, we have to unfreeze their money, we have to
We weren't
unfreeze
giving
their bank
them
accounts,
a bunch of
we
money.
have
We
to
lifted
let them
sanctions
get
so they
all
could
the
make their
money.
money. Yeah, we just lifted the sanctions so they
We
wouldn't build
gave them their
nukes.
money back. We gave them
That's a
$8 billion
peaceful deal.
that we seized in a bank account.
Oh,
And then
okay,
Biden
cool.
gave them billions, Obama gave them billions. So you support Democrats giving terrorists billions of dollars.
No, I support
Then
non-interventionism.
why do you joke about supporting Democrats? It's not funny, dude. Like, they give
Yeah,
terrorists
because
money.
I would rather be a Democrat than vote
I
for Trump
wouldn't.
right
I'd
now.
rather
Like,
be
this dude
anything.
let
I'd
me
rather
down
just be
so bad.
independent. I'd rather just be a libertarian. I'd just rather be part of the Green Party. I don't want to fund terrorism and fund radical
Okay,
Islam.
but when we come election time, we're going to have two choices. We're going to have either Republican or Democrat because that's how our system is, right? And if our Republican ticket is a Trump administration continuation, I'm not voting for it.
Trump already said he ain't gonna run again, but if it's Trump's son,
Okay,
if
I'm
it
not
is
going to
Trump,
vote.
I'm gonna vote for him. I'm gonna vote for
I'm
Trump
not going to
before
vote
I
for
vote for a
JD
woman.
Vance.
Yes.
I'm not going to vote for
Every
Marco
single time,
Rubio.
if I see a liberal woman on there, I'm voting Trump. I don't care if he runs in
That's
the
right.
next
Trump can only
200
run against
elections.
women.
If I see a Democrat woman running against Trump, I'm voting Trump.
That's true. Trump can only win against women. That's hilarious. Never beat a
Well,
man.
no women deserve to
Never
be
beat a
president at the
man.
moment. Yes, that's Blake, GG.
Okay, what were we talking about
I
again?
said I'll be a soldier. What the fuck is the point of me
You'll be a soldier,
enlisting in the
government?
army when they're not even going to put me in Iran? Can we both agree that's retarded? Why
Join the
should I?
Marines, they will.
If y'all are telling me to go to Iran, why the fuck should I enlist? They're not going to put me in the fucking front lines of Iran. We have to wait for the draft.
Draft most likely isn't
That way
coming.
Blake can leave
Lord
his family
forbid.
and me and Blake can get sent to war together.
Fuck no, I'm draft dodging. I've
You
already
ain't
told you
draft
that
dodging. We
several
know
times.
exactly where you live at.
You do?
Where are you
I
going
mean,
to
you
flee
can
to
come.
Canada? You rather live around a bunch of Indians than
No, I'm
serve
not
your
going to flee to
country?
Canada. I'll
Huh?
pay the $250,000 fine, or I'll just serve 5 years in prison. Oh
They're
well.
just gonna put you in. You rather serve 5 years in prison than serve for your
Facts.
country.
I would rather serve 5 years in prison than go die for Israel. Yes,
It ain't Israel's war. What
it
evidence do you
totally
have it's
is.
Israel's war?
It totally is. Marco Rubio said it was.
That's not what he said. He said
Joe
the
Kent said it
reason
was.
that we
I've got it pulled
attacked.
up right here. Actually, you want to read it? You want me to read it to you?
Yes,
I
you can
pulled it.
read it again if you want to read it again. This is not
Okay.
Israel's war. Blake
Okay.
is a beta male. I would have to agree with that super chat, sir.
Oh.
I
Ooh.
would
So
have
I've
to
got
agree
this
with
pulled
that.
up. This is the state.gov. Okay. So that's my source. And it was going over the transcript of the questions Marco Rubio was asked. And the question was there an imminent threat? And Rubio says there absolutely was an imminent threat. And the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked by Israel, that they would immediately come after us.
Okay, there we
So
go.
who drug us into the war, Graham? Who
Us.
drug us into the
That
war?
wasn't the only imminent threat. Look at what Marco
That's what you
Rubio said
said the
about the
imminent threat
president,
was.
about them threatening the president's life. Are we still disagreeing that them threatening the president's life and threatening to bomb America and kill Americans and death to America, is that not an imminent threat?
Well, the imminent threat on why we attacked them wasn't that. The imminent threat
We had
was that
multiple
Israel was
reasons why we
attacking
did
and
it.
we
You
were going
think
to
we
get
just
hit by
attacked
it.
someone for one sole purpose is because our Lord and Savior Israel said so?
That's what Marco Rubio said.
That's not what he said. He
That's
said
totally. I
one of
just
the
read what it said.
reasons, one of the imminent threats was that we have bases in the Middle East. And if there's a war between Israel and Iran, because Iran has been constantly making aggressions towards Israel.
Yeah, how about we just tell Israel, hey, don't bomb them?
So we just let the Muslims take over Israel. That's the plan.
Because they were totally about to invade Israel.
They literally invade everything. They
In,
already did
where?
invade
When? How?
Israel.
Where?
In
When? And how?
600, let's talk about the Bible for a second. Jesus died 136 years later. Syria, Palestine came up. Syria, Palestine wasn't located in the West Bank. Syria, Palestine was located in Syria. And then 500 years later, these fuckers decide that they're
Thanks
going
to
to
the
move to the
Jews.
West Bank. And then 600 years later, Islam comes and they start fucking doing what they do.
And what is
Which
that?
is they unalive people, they steal land, they conquer land, they take over Europe. I mean, you're the
Okay.
one constantly preaching that we don't need these third worlders to take over our country. What is the number one group of third worlders that have constantly taken over European nations and first world countries?
Um, they've came from like
How can you not be
refugee.
anti-Islam? You preach about illegal alien invaders taking
Yo, we're
over our
talking.
country, but then I show you the number one historical illegal alien invader, Muslims. You say, no, they're good people. They're not trying to take us over. They only done it for
No,
thousands of
I've made the
years.
claim that they're not as big of a threat as the people that are actually influencing our government, which is the
They
Israelis.
are a bigger threat. They're taking over 55 countries, 55 Muslim countries. You want Israel to become a Muslim country?
I mean, I don't care if they. I'd rather it be a Christian country. I'd
Exactly.
rather
You
see a
don't care if
crusade.
Israel becomes a Muslim country. You're brainwashed to believe that the Muslims are good and the Jews are bad.
Well,
87% of the global terrorism is from the Muslims. There is
why are
more
they
terrorism that's
radicalized? Let's
done by
go deeper.
Christians than there are Jews. And I ain't even trying to prop them up like that. That's just true. That's just
Why
a
are they
statistical
radicalized,
fact.
man?
Huh?
Let's look at the why. Why are they radicalized? Why?
Who
Why
is
would they?
radicalized?
Why would they?
Jihadists? You don't know what jihad is?
No, I know what jihad is. Why? Why do they feel
They're
called to
trying to
jihad?
further jihad. That's their whole fucking point. They're trying to further jihad.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's
That's
literally what
not.
radical Muslims are about. They're trying to further jihad.
Why are they pissed off? Why do they feel jihad
To
is
further
necessary?
jihad, they either got to make everyone Muslim, or if you're not Muslim, you got to die.
That's not true. Muslims
It
peacefully
is. That's what
coexist with
jihadists
Christians and
believe in.
Muslims.
Do I have to pull you up a quote from a jihadist? That's literally what they believe in. It's not all Muslims. I never said it was all Muslims, but that's literally what jihadists believe in. They wage jihadist war. Blake, stop blaming others for your weakness. That's what CBII said in the $2 super
Who
chat.
is CBII? Do you know that
He's
guy?
he's not in the Discord. I know him, but I don't think he's in the Discord.
Ah, I was gonna say I
He's
don't
on
know
here
that
a
guy.
bit.
I bet
There is 1 billion
CBII knows how to
Muslims that don't
365
do the
bitch.
ah ha ha ha. What? What do you mean there's I don't care if there's 100 billion fucking Muslims that don't do that. Jihad war. Do we gotta look up jihad war?
So you're cool with just generalizing like a
I
small
never said it
marginal
was.
group of
I
people.
literally
That's
said not
totally
all
what you're doing
Muslims.
though.
I literally said not all Muslims.
Yeah, and when you ask the church fathers in the Holy Land, like the Christian church fathers in the Holy Land, they say they are much better treated by Muslims than they are Jews. That's just facts.
Who?
When you look at church leaders in and around the Holy Land, so I'm talking Israel, Jordan, that area, they say they are much better treated by Muslims
Who the fuck
than
says
Jews.
that? Who the fuck says that?
There's a whole interview that Tucker Carlson did with a whole bunch of different
Tucker
ones, and they,
Carlson is fucking bullshit.
oh
You have to
yeah,
watch the interview I did with the Jewish person. He was an Israeli man in
or just some
Israel that
random
is
Israeli man.
Jewish. And he said if he saw one single person disrespect a Christian, that he's gonna whoop him in front of
Oh,
all
is
the
he?
other
Is he?
Jews.
I totally believe him.
He
I
he
totally
is.
believe his little LARPing
Dude,
Jew
he is.
ass.
They stand behind Christians. In
No, that's
Israel,
not
he told
true.
us, he literally told us in Israel, they're taught in their school systems, the Jewish kids are taught not to show any hate towards any other religion, especially Christianity or you can literally go to fucking prison so
So if
easily
I
for
showed you a
disrespecting other
video of a bunch of
religions.
people spinning on the Mount of Olives,
Qatar Tucker, Qatar. Now all of a sudden you like Tucker. The minute I said that I talked with him on the phone and I posted a picture, you said he's irrelevant. Who gives a fuck about
yeah, I don't
Tucker?
even like
Now you're
Tucker.
saying, oh, Tucker Carlson said that the Jews ain't too good.
He did an interview. He did an interview with church fathers, Christian church father. I care more about what they have to
I
say
don't know
about
who
how
the
they're
fuck
treated.
that is. There's tons of churches in Israel. There's even churches, and actually, there was churches in Gaza before the Muslims literally invaded it and used it as a military base. The Muslims were using, they used the mosque as a military base, and then they took the Christian church and turned it into a military base. And then
Not
Israel
true.
blew it up because they were literally
Not
fucking
true.
shooting rockets
It,
outside of the fucking church window. You want a bunch of Muslims with fucking RPGs shooting rockets out of your fucking church?
that's just not true. Not true. Fell for the
That literally is
propaganda.
true. That's
You
straight
fell
from
for the
Israeli
propaganda.
intelligence.
All right, what's your? Oh, you found it from Israeli intelligence. Great
This
job.
man was an
I so
IDF
I.
soldier. He was an IDF soldier.
Oh,
That's why
I
you should
trust the
watch it.
IDF soldiers, the
You should
genocide
watch
people.
it. You
Yeah, I
should watch
trust
the
them.
interview. I'm telling you, he was an IDF soldier.
Oh, I totally trust an IDF soldier.
Well,
Like,
he
come
totally
on,
trusts U.S. Army soldiers.
come on. Be
He's a
so
good
for real.
man. He has 3 or
He's a
4
good man.
kids.
He's
He
actively
respects
participating in
Christians. He even
genocide.
respects Muslims.
He is
By the way,
actively
this same
participating
man
in
worked
genocide.
as a medic. He was a medic in the IDF. He literally healed up Palestinian women and children. He lives in a village that borders Palestine. 30 minutes, literally the closest village to Palestine is where he lives.
Oh, what's
And
it
he
called?
worked as an IDF medic.
What's it called?
What's the village called?
Yeah.
I don't. You can look it up, but I forget the
Oh, I
name
can
of
look
it.
it up. Yeah, you don't know.
I don't remember it. He wasn't disclosing it too much, but he said the name
Oh,
one
okay.
time.
Okay.
You can talk with him himself. Do you know?
Set
Do
it
you know
up.
what village it is?
Set it up.
Well, I'll have to
They-
message him. He already has a debate that he wants to do versus Chris.
Make it a panel. Me and Chris get along swimmingly.
Well, I don't think him and Chris are gonna. I don't think it's gonna go well if it's a panel. If it's 1 versus 2.
Hey, you're on his side, clearly. You be on
I'm
there.
not gonna be on his side. I'm not here to defend Israel, but I don't think Gaza was a
Uh-oh.
genocide. He said he will give you $5,000 if you can show him proof that any
On your knees at
child in
least throw out
Gaza
a
was
prayer, Israel.
unalived. He will pay you $5,000 if you can show him any proof that children in Gaza were unalived.
I mean, like, do you want pictures? Do you want evidence? Like, do you want
From an
articles? Like,
IDF
what?
soldier, not from a radical Muslim extremist blowing up their own women and children.
Oh, okay. Because an IDF soldier's going to admit to it. That
Well, there's just no
great
evidence
logic.
of it. There's no evidence of it happening. Not to mention, he's seen. He has a. I think he has a picture actually of a of like a 4-year-old Muslim Palestinian kid holding up a fucking AK-47. I mean, they're screaming death to
Wow.
America, death to Israel. They're holding fucking AKs at 4 and 5 years old. It's the
Wow. Because
Muslim
a 4 and
extremists that
5
are
year old knows what
radicalizing
they're
these
doing.
kids. That's another reason they die.
So, are you over here justifying the killing of 4 and 5 year olds? Is that what you're doing? Just to
I'm
clarify.
saying, first off, they're getting their get back. Second off, they have
Oh, so
AK-47s
so a
pointed
4 or
at your
5
head.
year
What
old
are you gonna
deserves a
do when
get
they have an
back.
AK-47 pointed
So
at
a
your head?
4 or 5 year old deserves a get back.
The whole country deserves a get
Nope, nope,
back.
nope. Oh, the whole including the children and the
I mean, it's
women
not a
and
country though, so fuck that. Palestine is not a country. It's a shithole. It's not a country. Sorry. My apologies. Huh? That number is fucking fake, by the way. There's not 83% civilian casualties. That is made. That article is made by a self-hating Jew in Israel who
oh,
seeks
so
to bring
safe
down the government.
self-hating view.
Huh? They ain't killing 87% of civilians unless Muslims are holding up 87% of civilians as their fucking meat shields. And did you know that
Are you
Israel
for
literally
real?
helped evacuate over 150,000 Palestinians? They paid using their own government funds to fly these Palestinians out of the country.
So they can just conquer the land?
Well, yeah, they're Muslim. They conquer other Muslims. They conquer all kinds of white people's land.
That's just not true. Are you talking
But it
if
is.
you're
They conquered 55 Muslim countries.
are you talking about the Ottomans? Are you talking about the Moors? Like historically,
Exactly.
what are you
What the
talking
fuck
about?
am I talking about? Because Muslims have always conquered. There's too many groups of them conquering
Okay,
shit to keep
and
track of
we have
which one
always
did what.
conquered. White Christians have always conquered. Everyone
Yeah, and
conquers.
we bettered the land. We didn't invent child marriage.
We didn't invent child marriage.
We didn't start putting it in 2000 and freaking 2 that you can have child marriage in the country to a 6-year-old. We didn't put that. You can make all these little arguments. Oh, in
Yeah.
Kentucky, if you're 20,
Yeah.
you can marry your
Who made that law in
17-year-old.
2002
That ain't
anyway?
the same thing as a Muslim marrying a 6-year-old. It's the Muslims that invented the marriage of the 6-year-old.
Huh?
It is the Muslims that started marrying the 6-year-olds.
Is it? What about the Jews on
Christianity
Epstein
did
Island?
start in the Holy Land.
What
I
about
agree
this
with that
Jew
comment.
Jeffrey Epstein?
Huh? Are we
I said, what about the
pivoting?
Jew Jeffrey Epstein?
What?
What about him and 6-year-olds? What he
He
do with
wasn't.
them?
He wasn't an actively practicing Jew. Not that we know from our knowledge.
He had a Talmud collection.
Okay, you have a Talmud collection. Are you Jewish? Oh, you are Jewish. We just exposed
Oh
it. With your logic, you're
no,
Jewish.
I'm not Jewish. Clearly,
With your logic, you're Jewish though, because you said Epstein has the Talmud.
is
You
my
have the
last name
Talmud.
Steamy? Is my
Your
last name
last name doesn't
Epstein?
matter. Many Jews changed their last names when they moved to America anyway.
Was my mom a Jew? No,
I don't know that. Does the
she
world doesn't know
wasn't.
that?
Was not. Does my DNA have any Jewish in it?
Yes, I've seen
No,
it
you've
before. It
seen.
says Jew.
It totally doesn't. You're lying.
It does. You read
It
the
totally doesn't.
Talmud.
It totally does not. You're lying.
You can convert to Judaism.
No,
That's why you got the Talmud, because
no, I'm not gonna.
originally you wanted to convert to a Jew because you thought it was cool that Nick Fuentes was hating on you. So you're like, I'm going to convert to a Jew.
Not true at all. I would never renounce Christ.
Are you sure? You talked about joining the Messianic Church.
Not true. A
Not
Messianic
true?
church.
Huh?
A Messianic church. What's that?
A Masonic Church, with the ant, with the letter
Are you
G.
talking about a Masonic lodge? Is that
Yeah,
what you
whatever you
mean?
want to call it. Lodge, church. I know you're a part of it now, so you want to call
I'm
it something
not
special.
actually. I'm not. Wasn't allowed. Catholic Church wouldn't allow it.
Well, speaking of the Catholic Church, I did some research and I read up those blood things that you sent, and they all seem like bullshit, to be honest with you.
The
And also,
Eucharistic
I finally
miracles.
realized the main reason that Eastern Orthodox is superior to Catholicism.
Okay, the Eastern Orthodox believe the
They don't
same
have the
way.
PDF file Pope. Y'all literally have a PDF file Pope. You always had PDF file leaders. So
The
to
Eastern
quickly
Orthodox
jump
still
on
believes
Jeffrey
in the
Epstein and the
Eucharist.
Jews so quickly is crazy. Who had more kid diddlers, the Catholic Church or the synagogue?
Hey, look it up. I don't know.
The Catholic
Either way,
Church had
it's
more kid
wrong in both.
diddlers.
It's
Huh?
wrong as both.
Well, we agree on that, but
Yeah.
what about Protestant churches? I am Protestant myself, but I haven't heard too much kid diddling stuff going on there. There's definitely a lot of weird stuff that goes on in Protestant churches, but as
I've
far as
heard.
kid diddling, I haven't seen it.
I've
Huh?
heard. I've heard.
Actually, that's a lie. I did have one Bible school teacher that turned out to be a kid diddler.
Okay, so there's
I went to a Christian
you've
high
lived it.
school. The kid was about 16 or 17. I went to a Christian high school for 1 year, and this kid was about 16 or 17. The Bible teacher, she was married. She had about 3 kids, and she got caught having sex with this gentleman near the school on the highway in the back of his car.
That's correct. So it happens
Well, the kid
everywhere.
was bragging about it. She didn't get caught with it. The kid was bragging about it.
It happens everywhere. That doesn't make it right, but I mean, it happens everywhere. It's
Well, she
wrong
was
no matter
claiming
where
that
it's at.
homosexuality was an abomination, but she was having sex with kids.
What?
She was screaming. She would be coming in the Bible class every day. She'd be like, homosexuality is an abomination. They're going to burn in hell. That's what she would say in her Bible class. But I'm not saying I disagree with that. I do, but it's kind of funny that she ended up doing like 4 or 5 years in prison.
Yeah, and she deserved to for
Well,
statutory rape. She deserved
well,
it.
well, I don't know. I don't have much to say there. That's gonna be a tricky situation right there. But
How
legally,
how is
yeah.
that? How is that tricky at
Well,
all?
obviously, legally, she should have got a charge of statutory rape. It was
And
100% wrong. It was
yeah, so
100%
then
wrong.
we're in
But
agreement.
are we gonna pretend like that young man didn't just enjoy that?
Oh, he totally did, but But I mean, it's still wrong for her to do it.
Huh?
It's still wrong for it to do for him to do it. Like if I was 16 and I
It
hooked up with a
wasn't. It
teacher, it'd be
wasn't.
cool, but
It
it'd
was
still be wrong
legally
on her end.
statutory grape, but it wasn't regular grape.
I mean, it's still against the law.
It is a crime. Yes, I agree. But the people are screaming grape, fucking grape. I agree. It was wrong. It was statutory grape, 100%. But was he forced? Was he actually graped in the sense where he was forced to have sex with her? No.
No,
It all
but I mean,
started
he's
because he got his
still
phone number and he
see.
started calling her beautiful and whatnot. And I know he can't.
There's
It depends on
prison
the
for
state,
coming
by the
to
way.
seduction
Isn't
with 16
statutory
year old.
grape a federal crime too?
So are we? So are you taking the position of defending your
No,
Protestant
I'm fuck
rapist
no.
teacher?
I hate that. I hate that woman.
What you're doing?
Hell no. But what I'm saying is, in
Is
certain
that it?
states,
Sound that's
can't
just
you
what it sounded
consent
like
at
you were doing. I
16 or
wanted to
17? It's
clarify.
still considered a statutory grape, but
Okay, so let's
but
pick a new
wait, you can
topic. Let's move
consent
on.
in
We both
certain
agree
states,
it's
can't
that.
you? Like in Kentucky, you can consent at like 15.
It's not true.
16? What age can you consent?
I think 16. I don't know. I don't look up
You
the age
think
of consent.
16, so it wouldn't be statutory grape, would it? Unless it's a federal charge.
I think you have to be like 21 or younger for it to apply.
Yeah, they got the Romeo and Juliet laws. It's like some fucked up shit. It's like 16 can date like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, it's something like that. I
But I
don't know.
heard the federal government can still come in and fucking arrest you.
Based. Cool. Get
Well,
rid of all kid diddling. I'm cool
it's
with it.
diddling. A lot of men have those same type of experiences. They just don't go. He didn't even snitch. I guess he did snitch eventually, but he didn't snitch. He didn't tell his mom. He told his friends.
Okay. Like, what is the point? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
I don't know. We're just
well,
talking about what churches have the most kid diddling.
I mean, it exists everywhere.
Okay, yeah, we agree on that. We definitely agree on that one.
Okay. Cool.
So what about
Cool.
how is
I'm
this
glad that's
Israel's
a good thing
war?
to agree on.
Are we just gonna forget all the beef that we had
Well,
with them? Are we just gonna forget that the fact that they declared war on us last year? I mean, aren't
who our
they the
mayor?
ones that made the war since they declared war on America and Europe?
Uh,
They declared war. They struck us hella times first. We never got our get back for
they
them.
struck first. You standing on
Huh?
that?
Yeah, I'm
They struck
standing on
first. Are you
that.
for real?
Well, who attacked first? What year?
We did.
What year?
We did.
If you're talking about the overthrow of the leader, that's not a fucking military strike.
I'm talking about in our lifetime right now. What's going on
Well,
in
I'm talking about
the
before our
current?
lifetime. They struck on us.
When did? Oh, okay. You articulate it.
Operation
Make your
Praying
point.
Mantis.
Okay, articulate it for the
Okay, they
viewers.
tried
Tell
to
them what it
attack
is.
our navy, and they killed 300. I think it was Marines they killed, not Navy. I don't know if it was Marines or Navy, but they killed 300 of our troops.
Why were we there?
We were doing operations in the Middle East. We weren't even in their we weren't in their land. We were just going through the water.
Oh, we were just going through
No,
the
it's
water.
actually because I think we were in Iraq and I think we were doing something in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't remember why we were there, but it doesn't matter. We weren't in Iranian territory, and they just blew the fuck out of our boats.
When? Like
Operation
what?
Praying Mantis, I think it was in the 80s. I don't even know who the fuck you are, bozo. Talking about I'm nervous because you're in chat. I have no idea who you are, my guy. But if they attacked us first and that's certified, are you for taking them down?
We hit a mine. We hit a mine.
A mine that they killed us.
We hit a mine and then we bombed them. That seems like the.
I don't think that's the true story. Hold on, let me
I
take a
mean,
look. It was during Desert Storm.
So Operation Praying Mantis was a decisive U.S. operation 1988 launched in retaliation for any USS Samuel B. Roberts.
Yeah, they hit us with the fucking explosive. So if they hit us with a mine, that doesn't count.
Oh,
If
whoa,
they
whoa,
hit
whoa,
us
whoa,
with a
whoa, whoa, whoa,
mine,
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa,
doesn't
whoa.
count. But if
We
we hit
ran
them with a
into a
bomb,
mine.
that counts all of a sudden.
We ran into a mine in the
That
water.
they put
They didn't hit it.
there.
Yeah, anyone who was there would hit it.
Why the fuck did they put? Yeah, anyone that runs into a bomb, anyone that runs into a missile is
A
gonna get
mine is
hit.
different than a bomb.
Anyone in a territory gets fucking hit.
Yeah, so say a European vessel hit it. Iran would have bombed
They were
Europe.
targeting us. They were targeting us.
Okay, well, it seems like Operation Praying Mantis did its job in '88, and peace was found, and that was resolved. So
When was
that
peace
doesn't
found? We
equate to
killed
what's
half
going
of
on
them, and
today.
we're still beefing with them.
Yeah, because of Israel and the recent events.
Is it because of Israel, or is it because they bombed Kuwait after that? Is it because they bombed Bahrain and Kuwait and all of our stuff a couple years after?
What?
They bombed Bahrain. I mean, I will read you the over 100 attacks that Iran has attacked us on. Okay, 1979, 1981, Bahrain captured 66 American hostages for 440 days from the U.S. Embassy. Then they bombed American embassies in 1983. They killed 63 people. U.S.
Okay,
Embassy.
why
Hezbollah
were we
attacked
beefing with them?
America U.S. Marine barracks that was funded by Iran. 241 service members killed. 1983, 1984. Multiple kidnappings and attacks on U.S. Diplomatic and CIA officers in Beirut by Iranian military. 1996 Cobalt Tower bombings. Iran-backed Hezbollah truck bombed a U.S. Air Force housing complex, killed 20
So that
U.S.
was
airmen.
Hezbollah.
2002 to 2011, they killed 608 U.S. troops from Iranian-backed Shiite militias. Hezbollah truck bombed a U.S. Air Force. Oh wait, no, that was the other one. They used advanced IED explosives and formed penetrators. So they have literally attacked us. We have not gone through a single period in U.S. history for longer than 8 years where they haven't attacked us. The longest period of them never attacking us was 8 years. Every other period was year after year after year after year. Every other year, every couple years they attack us. The only time they didn't attack us for
Before
almost 10 straight years was between 1996 and 2003. That was the longest time they didn't
before
attack us for. Uh,
before Israel was a country, who was our greatest ally in the Middle East?
We didn't have that many great allies. Our allies were just Europe. We didn't have allies in the really.
Oh, we didn't have allies in the Middle
We
East
had
before
some
Israel
allies.
existed?
We had allies with Iran. We
Who
had
was
allies
it?
with everybody.
We were great allies with Iran, or with
And
Iran.
so was Israel. Israeli people
Yeah.
and Iranian people still love each other to this day.
So what started the beef? What started the beef
Jihad.
between the two? Nope. Wrong.
Well, that's the main
Wrong.
reason, but there's a bunch of subtle
Nope.
other
No,
reasons.
it's not the main reason.
Huh?
The main reason is because we overthrew their democratically elected government,
What does
and
that have to
then
do
we
with
put in a
Israel?
Shah. Huh?
What does that have to do with Israel?
I'm telling you why they don't like America to begin. Like, what started
Yeah,
the
but you
beef? I'm
said the
telling
beef
you what
between
started the
Israel
beef.
and them.
I'm talking about us right now.
And
So when
I
we
couldn't give a fuck less if they wanted a radical Islam. They're not going to get it. What might piss them off?
Directly elected government. Put in who we want to have, and then the person we put in gives us 40% of their oil.
That
Do
seems
you
pretty
think
fair
if
to
you
me.
lived in Iran during that, you would be pissed off? Because I
Why would I
would.
be pissed off? Most people loved how Iran was in the 70s and the 60s when the Shah was the leader.
So, say
Huh?
hypothetical, it obviously wouldn't happen.
So you
Say
rather just
Canada
the Islamic
invades the
regime be in
U.S.,
power, that way they
overthrows
can have
Trump,
kid
and
diddling
takes 40%
legalized?
of our oil. Huh?
You rather just have that shit legalized so they can have kid diddling there?
I'd rather worry about America.
Well, America's about to get fucking bombed by Iran.
Not true. They can't reach us.
They literally
Their
can't. They
bombs
can.
can't
You know
reach
how
us.
easy it is to just buy ballistic rockets from another country and fucking send them?
Yeah, because Russia and China is going to want to do that
Well,
because
They
they've done
don't want
that
to make
before.
money. They don't want war, but they want to make money. I believe that
Why do you believe that?
because they want to make money. They already do business with Iran.
Yeah, but have they ever sold them ballistic missiles that could reach the
They probably
U.S.?
sold them
No.
some kind of weapons before.
Well, some kind of weapons aren't those kind of weapons. It's a very clear distinction.
Well, if they sell them weapons, why
Iran
wouldn't
has
they just
never
sell them
had the missile
ballistics?
capacity to hit the U.S. because
Let's see.
they
Let's
are
see
on the
what Iran
opposite
and
side of the
Russia.
world.
Yes, Russia and China have supplied them countless critical military components. They've given them aircrafts. They've given them drones. They've given them all kinds of different shit. So basically, the weapons that they got now, they're using against America that they already fucking bought.
Yeah, but before that, did they
That's
ever
for
have a
sure
missile
before
that was
that.
capable of reaching the U.S.?
What is it?
Did they ever have they or will they ever have a
Well, they
missile
can
that is
reach U.S.
capable of
soil.
reaching the U.S.?
They can reach U.S. soil.
Oh,
Yes.
because they can reach the U.S. military bases. Like
Yes,
be
the
so for
military
real.
bases are U.S. soil.
They can't reach mainland America. We know they can't. They cannot
Not yet.
reach the mainland United
Should we
States.
just wait until they can, and then the minute they can, we strike them, and they can strike us back? Does that sound like a good plan?
No, we should just leave them to their own devices.
So just let them build their rockets until they can strike America.
We should let a foreign government be a foreign government.
So basically, just wait until they can build up weapons and attack us. I really like that plan, man. I can't wait for them to attack America.
Yeah,
That sounds.
because if we didn't intervene and sanction them, they would be motivated to bomb us for no reason, the biggest military power on earth. Because they would pick
Yeah.
that fight for no reason.
They literally are screaming that they can easily defeat us. So why
And
wouldn't they be
and how's
delusional
that
enough?
working out for them?
Well, according to you guys, they're losing, aren't they? I mean, we're losing according to you guys.
Well, we're going to lose the economic side. We're not going to lose the military side,
What
obviously.
economic side?
With the Strait of Hormuz, like, have you gone out and got gas recently?
Gas isn't that expensive.
It's more expensive than it was, is it not?
Yeah, it goes up and down, just like it was more
Oh, it
expensive
got
under Joe Biden than it is now. I'm still
false,
satisfied with it.
false.
That's
It was
100%
way
right.
cheaper
We have an
during Joe Biden
Israeli
than it is
brother
right
here,
now.
right here, straight from Israel. Shout out to you, sir. Shabbat shalom, sir. Trump make America great again. Yes, sir. That's what Israel thinks of
Do
Donald
you
Trump.
do you feel great? Are we
Yeah,
great
I
yet?
feel great. I feel greater every single day in this country.
Does Trump's 36% approval rating mean
His
that most of America?
87% approval rating really makes me proud to be a Republican.
No, he's. It's not an 87% approval rating. Find the 87% approval rating. It's just not a thing.
It's in the Republican Party. It's not overall. I'll give it to you there, but it's in the Republican Party. I will give you credit there, but there is
Did
an
Trump
87%
did Trump
approval
or did he
rating.
not win the popular vote?
Huh?
Did Trump win the popular vote or no?
Yeah, of course.
You think he would do that again?
Absolutely. Just in the Democrats, he's about 41%.
No, that's not true.
That is 100% true.
There's no way on earth Trump would win a popular vote
He
again.
could. We already know that this country is You know,
This country
mostly
does not like
conservative.
Trump, bro.
You're telling me if it was between Kamala and Trump, you would vote Kamala this time.
If we could run it back, probably.
That is fucked up. You got no morality.
No, I do have morality. I'd just rather not
Kamala
see us in
supports
this war.
Israel too, just so you know.
Not to this level.
Yeah, she does. Every single fucking president does.
We didn't go to war with Iran under Joe Biden.
Joe Biden bombed Iran.
Did he?
Yeah, he bombed an oil shipment. Or no, he seized an oil shipment. He stole their oil.
Yeah, so we didn't bomb them, did we?
I don't know 100%. Let me check.
I don't think we did. I don't remember being at war with Iran under Joe Biden.
You're right. Just more people died in the Afghanistan pullout. Kamala very weak. Israel says Kamala is weak.
I don't care what Israel says about
Israel
Kamala.
says you listen to your masters in Israel, motherfucker.
No, my only master is Jesus Christ. So
You listen to your
that's
leaders.
my king.
They control your life, don't they?
How do they control our life?
They run the banks and everything, dude.
Do they? They do. They do.
But
What about the media?
Transgender cartoons on.
Huh?
I said it's the Catholics that put those fucking transgender cartoons on Netflix.
That's so cap.
Have they not been kid diddling?
What?
First. Oh yeah, we technically did strike Iran-backed militias under Joe Biden.
Iran-backed militias. That does not equate to striking Iran. Striking
Well, we did
Hezbollah does
steal
not
their
mean we're
oil.
striking Iran.
He struck Iranian proxies in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen.
Keyword proxies.
So it's okay when Joe Biden sends rockets into 3 different countries, but God forbid he touches Iran.
Because that's who we're at war with now. I would much rather deal with little proxy groups than a whole nation of 90 million people.
You think the whole nation of Iran is against America?
Well, the nation, as it's functioning as one unit, is, yeah.
It doesn't function as one unit.
Do we not function as one unit?
Yeah,
Does
but we're
every
not
country
Iran.
Huh?
Iran is not even a nation at this point.
Oh,
only
Iran's not
President Trump can make America great again.
He's doing a shit job at it.
He's what do you want? Fucking handouts? Do you want the minimum wage to be $6,000 a month?
I want peace.
But do you think the minimum wage should be a livable wage?
On no new wars to have global peace.
Israel loves America. Shout out Israel. Oh, if you want to talk about that $8 billion real quick that they gave us?
The $8 billion who gave us?
Or that we gave them, I'm sorry.
What do you want to talk about it? That we gave them money?
Well, it's basically a tax credit because they got $8 billion in weapons deductions. Country they're allowed to buy weapons from.
You know that they take the money we give them and buy treasury bonds and they collect interest on it?
They purchased $100 billion worth of weapons from us every single year for 2 years of this war.
You know that they buy our treasury bonds?
$200 billion.
Do you know that they take the money we give them and buy treasury bonds and then collect interest on us?
They don't buy treasury bonds. They buy treasury bonds probably with their own money.
No,
but every country
they buy
buys
treasury bonds with our money and then they collect interest.
China buys treasury bonds with our money. When we buy products from China, they buy our treasury bonds.
Literally degenerately addicted to licking boots. I think that was directed at you.
You are degenerately Show me the spreadsheet. Show me the spreadsheet. They don't buy bonds. They don't pay for Israeli healthcare. All they do with this $8 billion is they buy shit straight out. They buy our weapons straight from us.
I think you believe exactly what they want you to believe.
I'm telling you, I think you believe exactly what they want to believe. Every time you open Instagram, every time you open TikTok, every time you open YouTube, all it is anti-Israel rhetoric pushed by Democrats and left-wing ideology and some fake right-wingers like Nick Fuentes that are now actively saying to vote Democrat no matter who. Does that seem like a Republican to you? That seems like a fucking Fed.
Extreme party loyalty.
That seems like a Fed. Huh?
I don't have extreme party loyalty the same way you do. I'd rather see
I
our
don't have
nation
extreme
prosper than
party
pick one
loyalty
party.
either, but I can see there's nothing to vote for with the Democrats.
You don't have
Being
extreme party
completely
loyalty?
demonic.
Are you serious?
Completely demonic. I'll vote Democrat. I'll vote John Fetterman if he runs for president versus Ted Cruz.
Based. Okay. I'll take that. Ted Cruz sucks.
Ted Cruz doesn't suck for the reasons that you think he sucks. Why does Ted Cruz suck for you?
Ted Cruz sucks because he said saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic and he's
Well,
purposely attacking
I do
Christians.
believe he said that, and that's one of the reasons he sucks. But that's not the main
So we
reason.
agree. So we agree.
That's not the no something that I could give a fuck less. He's not a preacher or a pastor. The main reason he agrees is because he's a bitch. He let 30 million illegal alien immigrants cross the border.
I'd say he's a
Illegal
bitch
alien
because he's
immigrants
easily
scum.
controlled.
I know he's not the governor, but what could he have done is told the governor, hello, Mr. Greg Abbott, get the fuck out of your wheelchair and use the National Guard to close the fucking Texas border. Use the state guard, whatever it is, whatever he has power over, use some kind of military force and make sure the Bidens can't put the illegal alien immigrants in the country. That was
Yeah.
fucked up. Every state that lives on a border, or even Florida, if the Cubans start flooding in, the governor should say, we're going to put the National Guard or the police or whoever at that border so they can't come anymore. The
I think
fact that Greg Abbott and Ted Cruz didn't do that, that's one of the reasons they're fucked up, because they're not aggressive like Trump. Trump would have done that.
Let's go ahead and transition. How do you feel about anti-Semitism laws?
Anti-Semitism laws, I think it is what it is. There's a bunch of racial laws.
It is what it is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of racial laws.
Okay, so
there's no anti-Semitism laws where you get arrested for freedom of speech. You don't have freedom of speech when you're at a university or you're in any of these places.
You don't have freedom of speech when you're at a university?
No.
That's the whole point of a university.
It's a private business that's federally funded.
The whole point of a university is to take opposing viewpoints and have them.
They literally kick you out for you. They literally kick you out for what the fuck you say. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and that's wrong.
That's not how university should exist. If you go into a liberal university and start screaming you support Trump, they're going to kick you out of class.
What is
all of a sudden there's a problem if we stop freaking Hezbollah?
What is the goal of a liberal arts university?
There is no. It's brainwashing. The goal is brainwashing. There's no fucking goal.
I mean, I don't disagree too much with you on that.
There's no fucking goal.
Let's see what it's stated as.
It's probably get a piece of paper and go get you a job. Even though no one's gonna fucking hire you with a liberal arts degree.
To explore subjects across multiple disciplines, develop transferable skills like critical thinking and communication, and become well equipped to solve complex real world problems. That's like the stated goal.
But then what's your point, leftard? So I agree. If you agree, then what's your point, leftard?
The point
they're starting to look at you like a Democrat. Why would you vote
different
Democrat?
Ideologies and have them debated in that space to see which one's right.
But they literally don't do that. If they allowed that, they wouldn't be liberal in the first place.
You're confusing liberal.
It's a liberal echo chamber. It's a liberal echo chamber. And if you're not liberal, they'll shun you. They'll silence you.
And you're assuming it to be leftists. Liberal and leftists are different. I'm not either one, but liberal and leftists are different.
I understand that you don't like Trump's policies, but what Democrat policies do you like?
I mean,
you can't even think of one because there's not a single Democrat policy. I've never been a Democrat
before.
You've never been a Democrat. Now all of a sudden you're a Democrat because you dislike what one politician does.
Yeah.
That's a crazy switch up. That's a crazy switch up. There's no political reasons to be a Democrat. Even you know that. Some people in America have to wake up before it is going to be too late. Israel is our master.
You just said Israel is our master.
Yeah, because he's in Israel. You just said facts, and you just said facts to an Israeli man.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? Knows. He probably knows.
Israel controls the world. He does.
What is your opinion on world Jewry?
What the fuck is world Jewry? 9 million people don't control the world.
That's not what it means.
What the fuck does it mean?
What is the World Jewish Congress to you?
What the fuck is the World Jewish Congress? I don't know what the fuck that is. It sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. You want me to show you the conspiracy theory?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is. I never heard of this in my life. This man has
What's this right
three
here?
fucking computers.
What's
I'm
this right
sure it's
here?
real. I'm sure it's real. Does it mean they control the world? What is wrong with APAC? Here we go. APAC, APAC, APAC. Couldn't even spell APAC right because you're a Democrat.
Did they forget the I?
It's a brainwash. What's a brainwash? What's wrong with APAC?
That they fund 80% of our politicians, and in turn, Israel gets bipartisan support. It's
They're going to get
pretty
bipartisan
obvious.
support anyway.
No, they wouldn't get
They don't
bipartisan
get
support
bipartisan
without the
support.
money.
Literally, the dumbest
They
politicians
get
are.
bipartisan support because they get money for it. That's why they support Israel, because they get paid to do so. Like, come on, use this thing God gave you.
No, APAC only gives money to people that are already supporting Israel.
False.
You'd have to
False.
show me evidence of otherwise. And what is wrong with supporting Israel? I already told you, when we give them that $8 billion, we make
They buy
hundreds of
U.S.
billions of
Treasury bonds
dollars.
and collect interest on
They
it.
don't do that. Show me an
They
article with
totally do.
evidence.
I've offered to send you evidence, and you just don't
Send it
believe it
to
because.
me. Send it to me, motherfucker. Send it to me.
All right, give me your address, and I will send a book to you.
My address? You're going to send me the fucking Talmud? I'm not going to read the
No,
Talmud.
I'm gonna give you a book that's called The Israel Lobby,
I'll read that
and
one,
you
but you're
read
still
it,
not
and
able.
then you
What laws
understand.
do they pass that's so detrimental, that's so bad?
Read the book.
What the what the
I'm gonna
guy
give
with
you a
the
book.
black
Read the
shirt
book.
said is a conspiracy theory?
Huh?
What the guy with the black shirt said is a conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's true.
It's not true.
And also,
APAC
conspiracy theorists are
APAC
batting
receives
like
zero
100
dollars
right
from
now.
Israel. There's no dual citizens in Congress.
Ooh,
Once
but there is
again,
an
what is
APAC.
wrong with supporting Israel? We get rich off supporting Israel.
Israel commits genocide,
They
as
don't
they are
commit
current.
genocide.
They totally are.
No, you can't commit genocide of the population of your own country
That
when
is
they're also
okay.
attacking you.
So, what about the Jews in Germany? Was that not a genocide because it was in Germany and they were German citizens?
They were being killed for their religion. Palestinians aren't being killed for their religion.
What are they being killed for then?
For
Because
being
you're gonna.
terrorists.
I thought you said that because they were Islamic that they were terrorists.
No,
I
but a
thought that's
lot of
what you
them
were saying
happen to be
earlier.
Islamic.
That's a good question. Why is it illegal to
What's
boycott
a
Israel?
Palestine? What is a Palestine?
Why is it illegal to boycott Israel?
It's not illegal to boycott Israel.
It is.
Where?
Let's.
For who? You're making shit up. If you're talking about for public universities to say fuck Israel and say fuck a U.S. ally, yes, it's illegal for any university or any university that receives public funds to talk badly about any American allies. That's against our foreign policy.
HR 867. That's the bill. You can look it up.
What does the bill say? Did it ever pass?
Yes, it did.
And what does it say?
This bill penalizes U.S. persons, individual or entities that participate in certain boycotts imposed by international government associations, IGOs. This bill expands an existing law that prohibits various actions by U.S. persons in relation to boycotts imposed by foreign governments of a country that is friendly to the United States and not itself the object of a U.S. boycott. This bill applies to those prohibitions to similar boycotts imposed by IGOs. Prohibited actions include one, refusing to do business with companies organized under the laws of the boycotted country if the refusal is
I agree
pursuant
with
to an
this. This is
agreement with
only for businesses and government contractors in 35 states that are actively signing contracts or investing in companies that actively boycott Israel.
What were you
Why
saying?
should the
Sorry, I was reading
American
this bill.
government be allowing people to mess up U.S. relations?
Because it's a free market.
Yeah, that's why private business and
I shouldn't have to support a foreign country to do business in America.
no, you don't have to support a foreign country. If the private business or the government contractor is giving business funds and giving business with groups that say fuck Israel and fuck Jewish people, then yeah, they don't get to do that.
Why?
But they don't even go to court for it.
Well, I mean,
All
reading
it
this bill,
allows
it
is for
seems pretty.
civil lawsuits for discrimination. That's all it allows for. We already have laws like this. It's not a
Either way,
criminal charge. All it allows for is lawsuits.
we should definitely be able to boycott a foreign nation that we
Should
don't
we be
support.
able to boycott black people from working at your job?
No.
Okay, then what the fuck is the difference?
Um, because that doesn't comply with
Should we be
the
able to
laws that have already been
boycott all
established.
black people that come from Africa?
On like H-1Bs, is that your argument? Because yeah, I
On
think
anything.
H-1B
Just
visas
should we
suck.
boycott support? Should we boycott their country? Should we be able to boycott freaking Africa and whatever comes from it comes from it? Should we be able to do that?
I think we should be able to boycott workers, sure, coming from foreign nations. Yeah, I don't like the
So we should
H-1B
be able to
program.
so basically we should be able to discriminate, boycott against blacks, Hispanics, Jews, all of them.
No, we're talking
Basically,
about
just some
foreign
white
nations
supremacist
here.
shit, huh?
We're talking about foreign nations, and I think we should be able
These
to
people
say
come
no.
from
We
foreign
don't want to hire
nations.
H-1B visa people. We want to
Well,
hire
I can
American
agree there
citizens.
for you.
Okay, then
We can
we're in
agree on
agreement.
something, but
That's
I
my
don't think you should
position.
be boycotted because you came from Africa and you're here legally already.
I think we should be able to boycott people on H-1Bs and say no. We're going to
Israeli
hire
is a
Americans.
race, sir. They have been there for much longer than the Palestinians. What's going on in Palestine is not a fucking genocide. But slap that like button,
Biblical
subscribe,
Israel is the Catholic Church, bro. Come on.
huh?
I said biblical Israel is the Catholic Church, man. Come on.
Where was the first church?
Where was the first Christian Catholic Church?
It wasn't Catholic. We're not going to sit
It
here and
was
call it
Catholic.
Catholic. It was Catholic and Orthodox together.
Yeah,
So stop using the
Catholic.
word Catholic. Catholic. It was not called Catholic.
Yeah, it was. It's
It was
Catholic.
the Catholic Orthodox thingy wingy.
The Catholic Orthodox thing. You and
In
that's what you're
Jerusalem.
gonna
That's
say.
where the first church was. So why wouldn't you want to protect our values?
Okay,
You
whose
just want to
rule
let a
was
bunch of
Jerusalem under?
Muslims turn our precious fucking
Muslims
Catholic
treat Christians
church?
well.
They do not. They literally commit 87% of global terror attacks to kill fucking Christians.
Muslim Christian relations are great.
Muslims and Christians do not get along,
They
dude.
totally do.
They literally don't. The Muslims don't get along with anything. What makes you think they get along?
Ask the religious leaders in the Holy Land who that
Why can't I go to a Muslim nation and openly preach about Christianity?
you can.
No, you
I sent a
can't.
video in your Discord of a Christian in Afghanistan yesterday.
In Afghanistan, you can get killed. They have the fucking Taliban there.
Yeah, and guess what? Dude didn't get killed.
If they catch you, they'll kill your ass.
No, he go watch it. It's in Discord. Dude's like, no, I'm Christian. It's a Lithuanian guy.
Let's see, what Muslim countries ban Christians?
None.
You want to bet? 38 Muslim countries ban Christians. Motherfucker.
Okay, what? How?
Somalia, ban Christianity. Christianity is illegal in Somalia.
Is
Yemen,
Somal
public Christianity is banned. Libya, sharing faith is illegal. Iran, converting from Islam to Christianity is illegal. Afghanistan, under Taliban rule, Christianity is
so there's not
completely banned.
hold on. So there's not Christians in Iran? You don't think there's Christians in
No,
Iran?
there is, but it's illegal to convert from Islam to Christianity.
How? If Christianity is legal in Iran, how would
It's
that even be
legal,
possible?
but if you were born Muslim, if your family's Muslim and you convert to Christianity, then it's illegal. House churches are raided, by the way, in Iran. Back to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, public worship of
Have you se-
non-Islamic
have you seen the
religion is
Christian
forbidden.
subways in Iran?
Huh?
Have you seen the Christian subways in Iran?
I'm sure there's Christians there. I made it pretty clear that there's Christians there. But converting, you cannot convert. You can't convert from any religion to Christianity. Maldives, only Islam is allowed for citizens. Importing Bibles or non-Muslim materials is illegal. Martirania, apostle leaving Islam is punishable by death, and Christianity is not recognized. So I just named you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different Muslim countries where Christianity is not welcomed, or converting to Christianity is not welcomed. Pakistan, blasphemy laws are frequently used against Christians. Sudan, discrimination against Christians. Syria, discrimination against Christians, but recent changes. Algeria closed many churches. Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Qatar, Brunei, Comoros, all high discrimination against Christianity. So the fact that there is over like 15 different Muslim countries that either don't want you to convert to Christianity for whatever reason or another. Black shirt, you are so wrong. Please wake up and open your eyes. Yes, sir.
Who's saying that?
The Israeli man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm totally gonna wake up from that. Yeah, I'm
He's
totally
not,
gonna take.
obviously, but he should. Obviously, he's
Oh,
not going to, but he should.
I'm reading articles right now for you.
Are you reading articles right now for me?
Yeah, but in the meantime, let's talk about the original, you know, battle between Christianity and Islam in the Crusades.
What do
What
you
was
want
the
to say?
relationship like between Saladin and King Baldwin?
I don't
How'd they get
know.
along?
I'm
Huh?
not a historian on the Crusades, but what I do know about the Crusades is it would have never happened if it wasn't for 500 years of Muslim occupation.
Yeah, and we conquered it back, and that was dope.
So the Muslims
The
have been
Crusades
conquering
were
our shit
awesome.
for a long time, and you're just okay with that? But if
Well, I
y'all got
mean,
any questions or comments,
we
feel free to
conquered
drop
them,
some
they
super
conquered us, we
chats.
conquered them back. That's just how global politics worked back then.
Oh, isn't that how it still works today?
I wish, I wish,
That's exactly how it still works today.
I wish the British Empire was still the British Empire.
Why? So Palestine can have its own country? Because you love Muslims?
I think Muslims treat Christians better in the Holy Land than Jews do.
That is wrong.
That's not.
It is wrong. Go to Israel
Uh,
and then tell me.
if okay, how about this? Me and you will go to Israel together, and we'll both wear a cross necklace, and we'll count how many times we get spit on, and we'll
Okay,
tally
if
them
you
up
get
on if
spit
it's
on one
Jews or
single
Muslims doing
time,
it.
I will pay for your entire trip.
Let's do it. Let's go.
You ain't gonna get spit on. You're just gonna go up to people and call them. You're gonna say you fucking goys, and then you're gonna get fucking. Then
Why
you're
would I
gonna get
call a
fucking
Jew a
spit on.
goy?
Huh?
Why would I call a Jew a goy?
Because you
Be
think it's
so for me.
funny. You say you're all fucking goys. You wouldn't
No,
even be
that would just
talking
be
directly to
wrong.
a Jew. Huh?
That would just be wrong.
Well, I do agree
That
that
would
it
be
is
like going
like
up to
just
a black
wrong.
dude and calling him a cracker. Like,
I
that's just
mean, how are
stupid.
you gonna do that too?
That's just stupid.
It makes sense when you really think about it.
Oh, it makes sense to call black people crackers. That's what you're saying.
I'm just screwing with you.
That's
No, going to
retarded.
Israel makes sense. That's where the first Catholic church was. Why wouldn't you want to go there? Because you're scared of Jews?
Well, I
You have
would
a
love
Jew
to go there. I
phobia?
would actually love to go there right now during Easter to see the miracle of the Holy Fire, but I can't because the Church of the Holy Spectacle is closed by Israel.
What holy fucking spectral? What the fuck are you talking about?
The Church of the Holy Specular. Oh, I can't say that word right. But basically, it was the church that was built over Jesus's tomb.
And it's closed. Why is it closed?
Because of the war with Iran. And it'll be the first time in 1,200 years that the church is closed during Easter.
Well, open it back up. Shouldn't you blame the Muslims for trying to attack the fucking church?
No, I should blame the people who started the war.
So basically, America's bad because we want to defend against radical Islam. You're right. Muslims are peaceful, dude. You're right. Muslims are very, very peaceful. Iran is a peaceful nation. We made a mistake, dog. We should have never done this.
Yeah, we should have never done this. We should have just let them be. Let them self-govern.
Let them blow us up and shit.
Yeah, because they would totally do that.
They totally do that.
They would totally do that if we did not provoke them.
Provoke us? It provokes them when we speak fucking English, dude.
No, it does not provoke.
It provokes Muslims when we speak English.
No, it does not. That is so just ignorant.
It does. They literally say, "What the fuck? Why are these Muslim crackers? I mean, why are these Christian crackers not speaking any English? I mean, not any Muslim."
What?
They said that. Why aren't they speaking any Arabic? I'm sorry.
Why aren't we speaking Arabic? Because of the Crusades. That were awesome.
So then they get pissed off and they're reminded of the Crusades and they say, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" That's what they say. They say, "What the fuck is wrong with these Christian Yankees?"
It's not true. Not true.
Dude, you're telling me Muslims love Christians.
Huh?
You're telling me Muslims love Christians.
Yes.
Why? They don't think Jesus was God.
Other, yes.
Why would they respect each other? We hate them.
It's in the
Quran.
Quran.
That they diddle kids.
It's in the Quran to respect Christians.
What about it? What does it say exactly in the Quran?
I'm gonna
that we should diddle kids and respect Christians? Is that what it says? If y'all got any questions or comments, drop some super chats. What's up with the tank top? Smash that like button, subscribe. If y'all got any questions or comments or super chats, you guys should drop them. I gotta go grab something, so hold on 1 second, Blake. You're gonna have to give me a minute. Entertain these people with the Crusades. Tell them about the Muslims, why they're so good. But if you guys got anything you want to say
I'll read some
read out loud, drop some super chats,
Muslims
drop
worship
some memberships.
Jesus. No, it's not true that they think he is the Messiah, which is based.
What did they think?
This one guy said Muslims worship Jesus, and that's
no, they don't.
Not true.
No, they don't.
They believe he was the Messiah. That's true.
They don't worship him.
They don't worship him. That's right.
They
believe he was born of a virgin, which is true.
He was a what?
That Islam teaches that Christ was born of that Mary was a virgin. Like they believe in the virginity.
Muslims marry children and kill dogs. You're okay with that though, because Muslims like Christians, supposedly, according to you. But tell us more about Muslims, how they like Christians. Why would they like Christians?
They believe Christ is the Messiah.
So that makes them no. They don't believe the Messiah. They believe he was a prophet.
They believe he was the Messiah.
I don't know about that one. I'm pretty sure they just believe he's a prophet.
They believe he is the Messiah.
You sure about that one?
I'm positive.
How positive are you of that?
100%.
So they think Jesus is our Lord and Savior.
Yes.
They don't think Jesus is God. Don't they think Muhammad was fucking God?
Here. No, they don't believe. You're just ignorant.
No, I'm just asking a question.
Who is the Messiah in Islam? Jesus.
Muhammad was the number one prophet or some shit.
Who is the Messiah in Islam? Jesus. Boom.
Well,
Right there.
tell me why Muhammad and Islam is not the kid diddle religion. If they still marry kids in the Middle East, how is it not the kid diddle religion?
I don't support Islam. I think it's a heresy.
You think it's
But at least they
embarrassing?
think Christ is the Messiah.
Oh, they think Christ is the Messiah, even though they don't think he's Lord and Savior. Why would Christians care if we thought?
Well, if you compare that to the Jewish teaching on
Hold
Christ,
on,
it's a
I'm gonna
lot
grab
better.
something. I'm listening though. Keep talking.
So, chat have anything to say? Someone else in here knows about the Black Stone. What about the Black Stone? Free Palestine. Every tongue shall confess Jesus is Lord. Facts. They think God is a single entity. Yeah, they don't believe in the Trinity. That's why Islam is a heresy. Jesus is king. Free Palm Beach. Facts. They don't believe that Muhammad was the only prophet. They believe he was the last prophet. What does Messiah mean? I mean, it's the fulfillment of prophecy, the one who came to save us. Muffled Moose, you're so right, but he's not here to see that right now. I hate war too. Christ is king. I don't know where Euro ran off to. He just kind of left me with his live stream. I think he is. I think he is Dark Woke. I think he's crying in the corner. Catholicism is the one true religion. True, so true. Muslims do believe that he is coming back in the end times. That's so true. Okay, so here, this comes from an Islamic website. It's called About Islam. And here it says, I'll show my source. Short answer. In Islam, the second coming of Christ is not only of a of the peculiar signs of the final hour, but is also a glorious conclusion of the history long confirmation between monotheism of all genuine prophets on one hand, and the multitude of the polytheism deviations that corrupted the teachings of Jesus after the departure as the prophets features. No, that's Islamic. But basically, they believe he's coming back. What do you mean by that, Team Riot? That Catholic cannot be the true religion? They killed the Messiah for the Edomites. That's not true.
That is true. Catholic can't be the true religion.
Catholic is the one true church.
East Tennessee here. Make sure y'all are subscribed. Is the guest really debating a chair? Yeah, the guest is
Yeah,
really
because
debating a
you were
chair.
gone. Where did you go? You just left me high and dry.
Walter White Jr. Yeah, I heard that 1,000 times before. Ha ha ha. So original. So funny.
Oh, they're saying you look like Walter White?
They already said that 100 times over again.
That's kind of true. You do kind of look like Walter White.
Islam has 99 gods. Are they all kid diddlers? Look what Islam do to Europe.
I mean, facts. Yeah, make Europe Christian. Cool. I'm all supportive of that.
No, because you got to give it back. You know, the Christians stole it from the Muslims, so you got to give it back to the Muslims.
Not true.
What's up, Tex-Mex vet? I'm gonna have to hop out of here in a second. The guy
Yeah.
on the left is clearly educated. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to mean by that, but whatever floats your boat, fella. Islam has 99 ideologies. If y'all have any final questions, comments, anything you guys want to say, maybe we can continue this debate later, or maybe even when I'm in the car, we can continue it possibly. We'll see. I'll let you know, Blake.
Here's a guy that says the Talmud is written by rabbis who interpret the Torah, which is exactly what I told
It's
you.
not an interpretation of the Torah.
That is exactly what it is.
It's not an interpretation.
Thoughts on
Thoughts
Eastern
on Eastern
Orthodoxy? It's really
Orthodoxy?
cool.
Eastern Orthodoxy is better than Catholicism because you don't have a gay pope that tells you to accept open borders and LGBTQ folks.
Orthodoxy's full and I respect it, but Catholicism
I'm the white
is the
Kanye
best.
West on the left. Who's on the left? Me or him? I feel like it's kind of him on your screen.
Are they calling me the white Kanye?
Impeach, convicted, and imprison Trump. Do you think they should imprison Trump?
Yeah, I do.
He didn't do any fucking crimes. Muhammad's literally a kid diddler, and you're like, they love
I
Christians.
know
It's
Trump's been
okay.
accused of diddling a 13-year-old. And if found
They
guilty of that, he should
they
hang.
diddle 6-year-olds in Iran, and you said, "Oh no, don't fuck with
Both bad.
Iran."
Both
Poor
are bad.
Iran.
Both bad. If Trump can be convicted for diddling a
Okay,
13-year-old,
if he
which
can
he
be
is accused
convicted,
of, he
fair
should be
enough.
hung.
If he can be convicted, fair enough. He can't get convicted.
Oh, yeah, because he controls
He's
the
not a kid
DOJ. That's
diddler.
right.
They had 78 years to convict Donald J. Trump.
The Talmud does say 3 to 9 is okay. That's facts, Fox.
What does that mean?
I mean, if you want to do this later tonight, we can go over the Talmud and I can show you
What the
where it
hell is
says.
3 to 9? What the that for kids? No, it does not fucking say that.
Oh,
It does
you want
not
you
say
want to
anything for
hold
kid
that?
diddlers.
Oh, are you sure about that?
This is rabbis debating about kid diddling.
What's up, Angel?
What's up, Angel? What's up, Angel? Angel hopped in at the wrong time, but y'all smash that like button.
You
I hate
both
to
don't
go. We
get it.
got
Yeah, I'm married.
245 people in here. Not bad, not bad, but we'll definitely be back at I'm on my way to a special thing. So we'll be back at like 7 or 8, probably
Are you
around
leaving
7 or 8.
already to go where I
Yeah,
think you're going?
yeah, yeah,
Long
this
drive
weekend.
ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say if I'm going by drive or not, but that may have changed. I'm driving a little bit away. I'll just say that. I'll
Oh,
message you
yeah.
and let you know.
All right. Well, if you want to continue later tonight, we can.
Yes, we gotta continue. 321 people in here. Y'all
I'm
smash
telling the
that like
people
and
love it.
subscribe button, huh?
I said the people love it.
Listen, if y'all got any final questions or comments about Israel before we hop out of here, drop some super chats, drop some gifts, drop some memberships. One dude it probably does say doing 3-year-olds is wrong.
You know what's crazy? One of the craziest things of the Talmud before you go,
What?
they talk about the study of how a hymen will regrow if a kid is under 3 whenever it breaks. And that's super fucked up. How would they even
How?
know that?
What?
You know what? You know what a hymen is?
No,
Like
I
when
don't.
like when you pop a cherry, like the first time you have
Oh, that's
sex with a girl,
disgusting. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, if you're young enough, it regrows. And we
Well,
learned that through
Muslims
the
probably
Talmud.
also talk about that, or they don't just give a fuck about that.
How about this? They're both bad.
There's 3 Talmuds, I think.
The Babylonian, the Jerusalem, and I don't know what the other one is.
I mean, I can agree that Talmudic Jewry doesn't seem like that good, but that's not the majority of the Jews. Do you also recognize that's less than 8% of global Jews, and most Jews in Israel are not Talmudic Jews?
Not true.
It is 100% true. It's
Not
less
true.
than 8% of the population of Israeli Jewish people. That's
Just 'cause-
100% true.
well, the Talmud claims to be the cornerstone of Jewish culture. That's what it claims to be.
Yes, you have to start sending $20 for push-ups because I'm getting a beer belly.
Do you want to have a push-up contest before you go?
No, I don't have time for a push-up contest. I have to go in like literally
Oh,
1 minute.
I don't
But
think you want that smoke.
we can definitely do a push-up competition
We
on the
should
next
totally
stream
do
though.
that.
On the next stream for sure. I got you on the next stream.
Bet we'll
But
do it.
smash that like button, guys. I gotta go like right now. So peace out, everybody. Thanks,
See you.
Blake. Have a good one.